Koga, man. Koga. What am I gonna do about Koga? We have our answer to Tapu Fini. We said we were gonna try Tyranitar, but even with especially defensive nature, I'm thinking maybe what we do is we get a different answer to Tapu Fini. What if we led Aegislash instead? What's going on, cheesy boy? How we doing, man? How we doing? What if I led Aegislash into Tapu Fini? Because Hidden Power Fire is all that Koga has. So maybe I'll try that. Let's try Aegislash into Tapu Fini. I think we have to switch to a physical Aegislash because we're currently running special, and Tapu Fini has a higher special defense. But yeah, let's try physical Aegislash. I'll go ahead and give it an Iron Ball, or not Iron Ball, Metal Coat to boost Steel type moves. I think worst case scenario, we force a switch out and we can work with that. So the Bill's PC, move Pokemon around. Alright, I don't have a use case for Tyranitar just yet, but I think I'm going to keep him in for now. I'll switch out Palafin, because Palafin's use case would have been to deal with Chi-Yu. And Chi-Yu also has a higher special defense than physical defense. Now, we don't have anything that goes super effective on Chi-Yu with Sue. If I had like Earthquake, that would be great. I don't think it gets like Bulldoze or anything. Let's start from the top. See if it gets like low sweep or anything. Oh, come on. There's no faster way to scroll here. Alright, starting from the beginning. Okay, Roar could work to force a switch out. I'll keep that in the back pocket. Hidden Power, Ice Beam, Light Screen, Hydro Pump, maybe, but again, it's a higher special defense. We really want to make sure that we take it out. It is sashed, but we can work with that. Alright, well, while we're here, we'll teach Iron Head to Excalibur. Exchange for Flash Cannon. I could go either Iron Head or Shadow Claw. Either way, it already has Shadow Ball, right? Yeah. Okay, Rock Tomb is an option too. I'm gonna give it to Goodra just because we can lower speed. Tailwind is gonna really make that speed drop kinda null, but you know, if we can lower speed even a little bit, better than nothing. Alright, we were going Mixed Attacker Goodra. I think I'm gonna keep Gyro Ball for our physical steel move. What else? Facade. If I had like a Flame Orb thing, we could try to workshop something, but Shadow Claw also. Oh, wrong one. There we go. And replace Shadow Ball with that. Fire Stream, Fire Viewers. I didn't even give it Dual Chop. No Stone Age. They took Stone Edge away from Tyranitar? Oh, no, I already taught it Stone Edge. Okay, I was gonna say, are they crazy? Oh, that would have made me really mad. Yeah, we don't have low sweep either. Bulldoze. Another speed dropping option. Ooh, Body Press. That is great, actually. I forgot I had this. Alright, maybe we'll do, instead of Rock Tomb, we'll do Body Press. I think. Yeah, because we said we don't really care about the speed drop, right? Alright, so we have Body Press. Let's see what we can do with that. I'm also going to change Aegislash's nature to Adamant. Actually, no, we want a Mixed Attacker, right? Might as well do the speed drop, because we're not going to outspeed anything with Permanent Tailwind. So let's do Brave nature. I don't want to sacrifice any defenses here. I'm going to keep it with the leftovers actually for now, just to see. Plus, with leftovers and King's Shield, I do get a free heal. Not full heal, obviously, but sometimes that little bit makes the difference between getting taken out and living to land a crucial attack. There we go. Nope. There we go. Alright. I'm going to save state again. Alright. So we're leading, what, Aegis Slash? I probably should have said that before save stating. Yeah. Alright. Same thing. Save state. Let's go. What's going on, Mr. Dino? How we doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to all y'all. Hope everybody had a great week. Alright, Tapu Lele. So he's gonna go most likely Hidden Power Fire. Yeah. Expected. Here is where we are going to go. They're both base 80, or 80 base power, right? Yeah, they're both 80. Okay, it doesn't really matter what I use. And if he switches into Chi-Yu, it's gonna go not very effective anyway. So I guess we'll go Iron Head. Yeah, Hidden Power Fire. Luckily, we are defensive form, so we should tank this because there's no stab. Perfect. In fact, knowing that it 2-hit KOs us is really good. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. Nice. Take this heal. I'm going to go King Shield next turn. Alright, we expected Chi-Yu. Special defense drop all around. Fight. I'm going to King Shield here. Yeah, King Shield. Sorry, I saw yellow next to Iron Head. I thought I didn't have any PP for it. I was like, how? Just heal. Yeah, King Shield. Just for the free heal. Alright. He goes Flamethrower. That's, like, kind of a little concerning. Just because Flamethrower goes neutral on Goodra. I guess so does... Ooh, okay. Idea. Idea. We want him to go something that's not very effective on Goodra, right? Anticipating Flamethrower. What if we sent out Goku? Right? Live that. It's going to do a lot because Infernape's just not very bulky. But now, we know that Chi-Yu carries Psychic. Anticipating Psychic, this is where we send out Goodra. Our special tank. I guess I could have... Why? Why would you go? No, that doesn't make sense. And I got burned. Okay. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Now that we know that he goes Flamethrower, because he's not... Yeah, he's not Choice. It's Focus Sash. Interesting. Why are you sticking with Flamethrower? Finally beat Misty. What's going on, Seth? Right? Finally beat Misty after getting HM cut. Can't be the final obstacle. Blocking. Oh, the, you mean that trainer? The guy, I think he has like an Alakazam. Is that the one that it's a double battle too? Or am I thinking of something else? Alright, Tapu Lele. We go Iron Head. Go super effective, but we live. I'm going to speed up real quick here. Alright. Again, we go King Shield for the extra heal. Alright, so if he's going to lock himself into Flamethrower... What if we did this, right? Knowing he goes double Flamethrower, and Flamethrower is a 3-hit KO on Goku. Switch in, eat one, right? We know he's not going to go for Psychic here. Hidden Power Grass and Dark Pulse are just straight up bad moves, so he's not going to go for those either. I say we just go for the close combat to break Sash. Right, so he goes for a second Flamethrower. We live that. Barely, but we just needed to live it. Here we go. This breaks Sash. Psychic Surge means that unfortunately we can't finish with a Mach Punch. But that is more or less okay for the following reason. That reason being, now we go into T-Tar. Actually, I'm going to go Sewer T-Tar. I'm going to go T-Tar. He still doesn't have a nickname, by the way. Nervous to eat berries. See, this is... The reason why I'm angry is because I know he wouldn't have gone Hidden Power Grass if they weren't reading the Tyranitar switch, and there's no way for them to have read the Tyranitar switch unless the AI has my team information, which we know it did, but it's still annoying. Alright, I'm just glad that we can live 2 of these. Alright, so now we have 2 Pokemon that are on the verge of getting KO'd. I gotta workshop that. I don't like the idea of Shiyu requiring us to take essentially 2 Pokemon out of the game. Alright, Crocodile, Wicked Blow, Earthquake, Close Combat, Stone Age. It has Black Glasses also. If I were Crocodile, I would be going for Earthquake here because it's super effective. Wicked Blow doesn't go very effective, but it's still gonna hit in KO. Close Combat, I just wouldn't. Like, it doesn't make sense to risk the drop in defenses. I don't have a switch in. I'm gonna keep in T-Tar just out of curiosity for what he does. Let's go, I don't know, Earthquake, I guess. Yeah, we went Earthquake. Expected. All right. What item did I have on Tyranitar? Wide Lens. Oh yeah, we had Wide Lens, Stone Edge, because Tyranitar was originally our Chiyu solution. Alright, let's go to our Pokemon list. We know we have 1 encounter in Fuchsia City, and it's going to be that that fishing area. We do have all 3 rods. We don't have the ability to use Surf outside of battle, but that's okay. It would have been all Psyduck anyways. Okay, we can get Magikarp, Goldeen, Poliwag, Seaking, Gyarados, and Psyduck. Now, I don't want a Pokemon with the highest defense stat. See, I want to get another Gyarados, but I don't want to abuse the Duplicates clause. What is Seaking's physical defense look like? 65. Wow, its stats are like actually really bad. Not that I'm like that surprised, but Golduck, decent attack or special attack and speed, but not much else other than that. And then of course we do have the Safari Zone encounters. Alright, Safari Zone. Brute Bonnet is a decent counter to Crocodile. Would force it to use Close Combat for the KO, and we can work around that. We can also get Gimme Ghoul, which would be then lead us to Goldango, which isn't a direct counter. Actually, it's very weak to Crocodile, but we could use Goldango against the likes of nobody really actually on this team. Hoopa Unbound also is going to be a very difficult mod to deal with. Not really if we hit it with like a physical bug type move, but still. Let's see. Klefki's Prankster would be useless because of psychic terrain. I don't need a fast mon because I'm not going to outspeed anyways. We could get a Chansey. There's a 1% chance of encountering a Chansey. And honestly, right, if we run Chansey with like Soft Boiled, Seismic Toss, Thunder Wave, and I don't even know, whatever else, then all we would really have to do at that point, right, if we run Chansey on this, then we would just have to take out Crocodile and Hoopa. Every other mon is a special attacker. Toxtricity does carry Drain Punch and has 120 base physical attack in its Mega Form, but we can definitely work with that. Yeah, we can definitely work with that. So that's an option. Running Chansey. Only thing is, there are so many great mons in the Safari Zone. To use my 1 encounter on Chansey, you know, is like, do I want to? With like Iron Hands, Iron Moth, Melmetal, Zoroark, both Hisuian and Unova, Screamtail, Brute Bonnet, Corviknight, Goldango, Iron Thorns, Iron Jugulus, Slitherwing. There's so many good, and Eternal Floette is also in the Safari Zone. So I don't know. You might just skip Surge. How you gonna skip Surge? Don't you gotta take them out to keep going? Oh, and you're playing on randomized? Oof, good luck. I once tried to randomize Nuzlocke of this game, and I only got as far as Erica. I couldn't beat her. Yeah, kind of. I want to go Chansey. I don't know. Let me see if there's anywhere else to get Paradox Pokemon outside of the Safari Zone. Because this isn't all the Paradox Pokemon either. Alright, let's see. Alright, is Iron Bundle just not in the game? Fluttermane? Nobody? Alright, let's see. This video is called Radical Red 4.1, all Ultra Beast and Paradox locations. As long as I know I can get them somewhere else, you know? Can go back when I need to. Alright, Cerulean Cave apparently does contain Brute Bonnet. That's good to know, as well as Great Tusk. Let me see what else. Victory Road contains Roaring Moon and Fluttermane. Okay. So we will have the chance to get other Paradox Pokemon on Cerulean Cave and Victory Road. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to go grab some water real quick, and I'll be right back in a couple seconds. But I'm thinking I'm probably going to run Blissey for this then. Because that makes our job a lot easier. It would just become a matter of taking down all the physical attackers. And again, right, if we run like Seismic Toss, Thunder Wave 2 to slow them down. I know with Tailwind and everything, but if we run Thunder Wave, then they just have their regular speed stat. Because Tailwind doubles it, and then Paralysis halves it, so that would just bring them back. So let me just look up Blissey's Learn Set, make sure that I'm not going to do this just to find out that Blissey's kind of super unviable in this. Alright, as I expected, 255 HP, Natural Cure to heal upon switching out heal statuses, 135 Special Defense. Cool. Could also run Serene Grace, but I don't really think I have anything that would require Serene Grace. Maybe if I ran like Thunder Wave, right, and then I don't even know. It's not like Blissey gets, you know, Iron Head or anything. So yeah, Soft Boiled at level 16, we do get that. Great. Still gets Thunder Wave. Seismic Toss is learned through breeding. Ah, that's annoying. It is annoying. Although, could attempt to see if we have a Pokemon in the same egg group as Blissey. Breed the Happiny. Let me see. I might have to pull a Pokemon breeding move. Because if it only learns Seismic Toss as an egg move, then I need a Pokemon with Seismic Toss. Apparently it's only Mawile. Okay, well that's annoying. And there's like a whole thing. Alright, hold on. I'll be back and then I'll figure this out. Let me get some water. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be Seismic Toss specifically, but because Blissey just has such abysmal offensive stats, Seismic Toss is going to be our best chance of doing like any actual damage. I mean, looking at its move set, right? Moves that it learns by tutor or level up. And let me see here. In terms of TM or HM. Yeah, level up, we would really only get like nothing. Nothing at all. I guess Baby Doll Eyes to lower attack, but we're not putting Blissey in front of attackers anyways. Could go Tail Whip too. Okay, so we do have a good amount of support moves here. But in terms of attacking moves, I mean, what's Blissey's special attack? I know its physical attack is really bad. Physical attack is 10. Special attack is 75, which isn't great, but I guess we can try to work with it. I don't even know which one. Dazzling Gleam? Maybe, right? Alright, you know what? We'll get the Blissey first, and then we'll worry about the moveset afterwards. To the Safari Zone. Alright. So, let's see. Where is Blissey according to this guide? Cerulean Cave. Nope, that is the wrong tab. Safari Zone. Center Zone 1. Okay, so I assume this is just going to be where we entered at. 1% chance of encounter. So what I'm going to do is save state here. I keep forgetting to do the house game stuff. Alright, Infinite Repel down. Alright. This is going to be fun. I'm probably going to speed it up, to be honest. Spinda! Ugh. Here we go. Oops. Alright. Melton. It's not shiny, is it? No, it's just how it looks. Dang it! Probably should look up what shiny some of these Pokemon look like in case I do accidentally encounter a shiny. Reason being is that, you know, Shiny Claws proccing would be great for us. Get an extra encounter out of the area. Alright. Porygon. Heracross. Alright, I'm gonna save state outside of the menu. That way when I load state. Spinda. Yeah, that way when I load state I don't have to close the menu every time. Iron Moth. Melton. Ugh. Alright, come on, chance. Make sure I'm in the right area. Kecleon also spawns here, right? Yeah. Kecleon and Spindo, they're most common. So we know we're in the right space. Kecleon. Again. Got Charcadet. Hakamoa. Dreadnought. Rapska. Does Rapska still get Revival Blessing in Radical Red, or did they take it out? And if so, I wonder how that would work for a Nuzlocke. I feel like the rule should be, like, if you have a mom with Revival Blessing, so like Rapska, or I think Palmet is the only other one that can learn. I feel like for a Nuzlocke, if you can manage to get Revival Blessing off in the same battle, you should be allowed to use that Pokemon again. So that might be something to consider also, right? If we have like a Revival Blessing Rapska. How do you encounter shinies easily? You don't. At the end of the day, it's all... Oh, I didn't mean to leave. At the end of the day, it's all RNG. And while there are ways to increase shiny odds, like the shiny charm, it's not going to increase it by much. I think the highest shiny chances in like any Pokemon game are still like 1, right? If you like max out your shiny odds, I think the highest you can get it still ends up being like around 1 in like 400. But yeah, in this game, all that I know of is the shiny charm, along with paying 200,000 for a shiny pseudo legend from the game corner. I know I had a lot of luck finding shinies in Legend ZA too, and I never did look up the numbers on those shiny donuts, because those were great for encountering shinies. I literally every time I had a shiny donut level 3, I would get a shiny. Although I'm inclined to believe that there still is no such thing as a guaranteed shiny encounter. So I'm wondering now. Although I think that was because the donuts also played off of the missions mechanic in Legend ZA. And so if you got the mission in hyperspace that said catch a shiny Pokemon, that meant that there was at least one shiny Pokemon in the area. And I think what the donut did was also increase your chances of getting like that mission. And I think the mission spawn rate is a lot higher than the Pokemon's, or shiny Pokemon spawn rate. Come on, Chansey. Is there like any, like nothing that increases the encounter rate for normal type Pokemon? You know? And I do have the Eviolite, so if I wanted to run like a Violite Porygon 2, could, but that is not our plan at the moment. Alright, I'm gonna look up if anybody knows any secret to increasing the encounter route. Doesn't seem like it. Ugh, so we're just stuck with 1% Chansey encounter rate. I could also run a Violite Chansey, which would give us still pretty high HP and higher defenses too, I think. What's Chansey's base special defense? 105. So yeah, that actually gets it higher than Blissey. Blissey's special defense is 135. With Violite, Chansey's gets... I don't know if it increases the base. I think it actually increases the overall stat. But we'll worry about that when we worry about that. That's a new area. Oh, finally! Good lord, man. That took forever. Are we locked in speed up now? That's fine. Yeah, we're locked in speed up, which is okay. I'm gonna save state here and then just catch Chansey. Perfect. Yes, we'll give a nickname. Let's go. Oh, this is so hard to do when I'm locked into speed up. Here we go. Alright, we'll go S. Oh, it's so difficult to do. I might have to do the nickname afterwards. Yeah, I glitched the fast forward. Alright, we'll give the nickname now. Place in box 1. Do an actual save state here. Alright, I'm just going to reset the emulation. There we go. Cool. So, now we'll go to our PC. Grab S the Chansey. I don't think we have a use case for T-Tar just yet. So why am I not using these like last 2 columns in my box? But what I wanted to do was first order of business. Let's see. This is Shoko. Next order of business. Alright, we'll fix the stats later. Fling, Heal Pulse, Egg Bomb, Light Screen. Also got to fix that move set. Let's go to Move Relearn, see what we have for us here. Double Edge, Pound, Growl, Tail Whip. Definitely going to get Soft Boiled. In place of, we don't have a use for Heal Pulse, it's a single battle. In addition, and then let's see. Yeah, we don't need Serene Grace, I don't think. Got that. We also have access to Sing. Not bad. 55 base foul or base accuracy is pretty bad actually. But let me take it to the TMs list too. Oh, laughs and giggles till he accidentally load states and loses it. Hey. Hey. Don't even speak that into existence. Alright, okay, just looking at Chansey's learn set here. Alright, where's my TM case? Where's the key items? There we go. Alright. Oh, we got Bulldoze. That's not bad. Alright, starting from the top. It's Ice Beam. Hyper Voice. Okay, wait a minute. That's something to work with. Again, we're not really making an offensive Chansey, but we will need something to, you know, do damage. We can't just stall forever because we don't have access to any poison or anything. So right now, I'm kind of feeling Hyper Voice. Thunderbolt for paralysis chance is good, and we could actually run Serene Grace on that too, to really hope to get a paralysis. That would be good. Flamethrower for burn, maybe. Although, if it were up to me, I would take the special attack just for, you know, that tiny, tiny little boost. Bulldoze, get a speed drop. Alright, yeah, I guess I'll go Thunderbolt. I might also give it rest too, because we only have so many uses of soft boiled, you know. But we'll see if we need it. We will see if we need it. Where was Thunderbolt? Alright, Thunderbolt Chansey. This might be the world's first ever usage here, but let's see how it goes. Light screen. I wouldn't hate to have, but again, I don't think I really need it. Although running screens on Chansey could also be viable. So I'm going to explore that too. Now, the last thing I want to do is... Actually, but if I'm going to run Thunder Wave, then I don't need Thunderbolt Serene Grace, right? Maybe I'll put Rest on there, but let's see. By TM, right? Gets Thunder Wave. It also gets Icy Wind. Wait a minute. Icy Wind forcing the lowering of speed stats with Tailwind up. I hit a Pokemon with 3 of these and we're officially faster than it. So that might be worth it too. But let's check our TMs list and see which one we can get. Thunder Wave. Ah, okay, so we just have to go to Saffron City, to the Sylph building, and Thunder Wave will be there. If I don't have it already, I might actually have it and I just passed it. But what was the other one that I was considering? Of course, I forgot already. Oh, Icy Wind. Icy Wind is at Cerulean's Pokemart for 5K. All right, let's grab them both. How about that? Just grab them both. All right, turn on our Infinite Repel again, and we have officially used our Safari Zone encounter. One thing actually that I am gonna do before I leave is I'm gonna find the HM for Surf. It's around here somewhere. I forget who has it, but I'm gonna talk to everybody anyways. Just because you never know what this game has in store for you. What I could do if I also wanted to be like really, really loopholey is I could treat each Safari Zone area as a different zone, like different area for encounters. But I'm not doing that right now. Maybe if it gets really bad and we really need to, you know, reshape our team. Oh, nice, Mega Stone. Heracronite. Alright, if I had chosen Heracross, that would come in handy. Maybe I'll get another one. Also seems like there's a TM on that other side. Rising Volt. Nice. Another Mega Stone. Beedrillite. Well, I didn't have any plans on running Mega Beedrill, but maybe in the future I will. Let's see. Alright. Haven't been over here yet. Dragon Pulse TM. Another Mega Stone. There's a lot of Mega Stones in here. Not that I'm complaining. Rest House. Deepest part of the Safari Zone? Okay, that's definitely where Surf is. A lot of really good items though here. Gold Teeth. Okay, that's what we need to bring to the Warden. Does he give us Surf from there? I don't remember. Either way. Aura Sphere. I think that was also another move that Chansey could use. So that might be worth considering too. Secret House. HMO3. Nice. Surf. Alright. Oh, I think the Warden gives you Strength. That's right. And then you move that like boulder in his house or something. Whatever it was. Either way, let's find our way out of here. I would like to get that TM, but I'm not going to spend too much time on it because we still got to get back and battle Koga. Let's level up Shoko before I forget to. Yeah, Seismic Toss would have been great, but we would have had to breed for it, and we need a Mawile for that. I don't know where we can find Mawile, but I'm not too concerned with it right now. Alright, there we go. Level cap. Now we just gotta set the nature. Is this way that I came from? Guess not, but I haven't been here yet. Oh, Max Revive. That would be really nice if I wasn't doing a Nuzlocke. Oh, now we get the Lopunny Mega Stone. Long after Rabbit Escape has already been knocked out. I could use Surf outside of battle, I would have gone to the other side there. What I do see, though, is a Raid Den, which is good. Because that means that we do get an extra encounter per our own Nuzlocke rules. Alright, this way, I guess? Okay, I do remember seeing that island with that TM on it. Okay, that's the entrance right there, right below me, so I just have to figure out a way to get around. Oh yeah, I remember where I am now. We'll pick up these items that I see. Ooh, earth power. Okay. Alright, next. Take it that way. Back down. Did I get lost again? No, I didn't. I know where I am. Maybe. Probably. I do. Okay, there we go. This way. There we are. And then should be able to just head south here and reach the entrance again. Yep, there we go. Alright. Made out of the Safari Zone. Got our Chansey. Let's give her the Violite too. What's going on, Flash? I already got Surf. Just grabbed it. Just trying to find my way out. What am I looking for now? The Violite. It's in here somewhere. Violite. I keep hitting use. I don't even know why they have use on some of these items. Alright. A Violite Chansey. Last order of business before we go in. Actually, there's a couple last orders of business. First one I want to do is take the Poker Rider over to Celadon. Got some shopping to do there. What's the team looking like? This is the current team. We're building it right now. This is for Koga. So what I'm thinking I gotta do is I'm gonna get rid of at least half of these. Shoko, Excalibur, and Katsuyu are probably staying. All these guys are way too frail. I'm putting together a team of relatively slow but relatively bulky heavy hitters. So who I'm thinking is probably also going to join is Titar. And then I could use Grimmsnarl to set up screens. Outside of that, it's not very useful, but I could find a use for it. But yeah, that's the current team. Oh no, it was not the game corner, right? It was the department store that we had to go to. I don't even remember what floor TMs were on. I should probably check the directory, right? Trainers Market, maybe this is it? No, I think the TM floor actually says TMs. But not heard them to check. Yeah. Let's try the next floor. Evolution Stones. Drugstore. Those are useless. Is it on the same floor as the stones? No. This guy just gives you play rough. That's not any use. Let me talk to this guy. That's useless. What does it say here? Alright, it says Pokemart. Well, but there is no Pokemart. Let alone one that sells TMs. Alright, let's just talk to everybody, I guess. So these guys, yeah, it's Pokeballs, and then this is going to be healing items. Right. I guess I'll scroll down further, right, just to be sure. Yeah, I was going to say, I'd feel kind of foolish if it was just a matter of scrolling down. Right, this guy just teaches play rough, but it's worth talking to him just to make sure. Yeah, that's the guy that teaches play rough and then makes a your mom joke. Maybe it's the 5th floor. No, that was a drugstore. That's right, we did check that. And then it's just rooftop, right? Yeah. It's evolution stones. Game Corner. Well, Game Corner does have TMs. I'm following the guide. The guide here says Celadon City Pokemart, and the only reason why I think it's that and not the Game Corner is because it also says Game Corner for the Game Corner TMs. Like for like Thunderbolt and stuff, it says Game Corner. It just says Pokemart specifically for Icy Wind. Other reason why I think it's the Pokemart is because it said it's only 5,000 as opposed to the other ones, which are closer to Game Corner prices, you know, 30,000 and stuff. But I think you might be right. I think that could just be an error on the guide, and they could mean the Game Corner. Because there isn't even a Pokemart here, right? It would have said Department Center if they meant Department Center. So I feel like they probably did mean Game Corner, but let's see. TM21. No, yeah, it's not here. Could get Dazzling Gleam while I'm here too. Could I get Scald? I saw Scald there. Could pick up Scald. Oh! You know what it is? You know what it is, bro? I was reading too fast. I didn't say Celadon City. I said Cerulean City. No wonder. It's been a long day, man. Yeah, I glanced at it. Saw C and N. And I don't know why I didn't think to double check it. Because I'm like, yeah, it says Pokemart. Yeah, it said Cerulean, not Celadon. There we go. It's not here. Alright, time to use our handy dandy friend. Talking to this other guy first. There it is. I didn't even know that they sold TMs like that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Have they always sold TMs like that in these places? Okay, hold on. Alright, let's run Icy Wind first. We also have Aura Sphere and Thunderbolt. But now that we got that out the way, our next stop is going to be... Guys, I swear I can read, I promise. That's crazy. I sat there all confused too. Alright, oops. Headed to Silphco, to the 2nd floor. Apparently we're looking for a woman by some cardboard boxes. With Team Rocket out of here, should be a lot easier to just roam around. There we go. Alright. Final step then is to then hit the Pokemon Center and get our nature right. I'm thinking we really go all in, plus special defense, minus speed. And then, if she pivots into Crocodile, there's a good chance I'll probably bring along Skarmory too. Let me see. I go to my PC, right? We go Skarmory here in place of maybe Alakazam. Alright, now we can take our way back to Fuchsia. What I'm gonna do before I actually battle Koga is no bag TM case. All right, I guess I'll start with. I thought I saw Blissey got Thunderbolt. Okay. Let's start with, yeah, Icy Wind. Actually, no. Because we're not playing off of speed anyways. Let's go Aura Sphere. Okay, so they were wrong. Chansey does not get Aura Sphere. Oh, Blissey gets it. I guess Chansey doesn't. Okay. That's good to know. That is good to know. I'm glad I checked, I guess. Alright, the question of what to run. Guess we're going Icy Wind Chansey. And if we need to, we can evolve it and then, oh, it already knows Thunderbolt. That's why. Okay. I was like, I could have sworn I thought I saw Thunderbolt on Chansey's move learn list. Got the number for the TN. All right. I'm going to keep save state 9 here, just in case the Chansey strat really doesn't work out, and we decide that we got to get a different encounter from the Safari Zone. Alright, so he goes Hidden Power Fire here. We're fine with that, because we know that we eat it. And we're going to go Iron Head. Shadow Claw also would have been viable, but I like Iron Head. Alright, here's the plan. We heal a little bit here. And then I guess we send in Shoko to see what happens. Dark Pulse, we can live. Did a little more than I would have liked, I'm not gonna lie. But let's go Thunder Wave. That means that Flamethrower is gonna hit kind of hard too. Maybe Blissey is the move. Alright. Chi-Yu is back to its normal speed pre-Tail Wave, which is 162. We did do a speed drop on Shoko, unfortunately. But what I'm thinking is go Icy Wind to drop the speed one more time, right? Drop the speed, and not only that, but we also break Sash here. Next, we go Soft Boiled. Bunch of health back. Alright, he's gonna flamethrower again. This is where we send in Goku, who now outspeeds on a Sash Broken Chiyu. Dark Pulse, even better. Great Eats. Actually did a little bit more than I would have liked, but again, we're good. Alright. Chiyu goes down. It is so complicated to take that thing out, man. Just because of the Tailwind and then the Focus Sash. And it's so strong with its ability and its massive special attack. Alright, Crocodile should be next. No, Hoopa. Ah! Kinda wasn't ready for this. Dark Pulse, Expanding Force, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast. She's running special attack and Hoopa. Phenomenal. Anticipating Expanding Force, then. We are going to go Gajiel. Perfect. Not very effective. Whoa! The Psychic Terrain plus a base special attack of 170 will do that to you. Okay. I was gonna send in Shoko and be like, hey, Shoko, do your thing. Now I'm not so sure. I mean, if he misses Focus Blast, fantastic. Thunderbolt, we know that we eat. No stab. Yeah, overly eat. Alright, we need to either eat or just survive a Focus Blast. That is all that I'm asking for right here. Expanding Force, do we eat that? I think he wouldn't have used it if we did. I think that KOs. No. Okay. Why would I think that KOs? What am I talking about? This is Chansey with the Violet that we're talking about here. We're good. Now I think we might be in Focus Blast range. I don't have a great counter. What I do have is... Alright, his speed is only 80. And would be 134 without Tailwind. I think he does still outspeed just because we went speed detrimental on Chansey. Yeah. But, if I can get off an Icy Wind, then I should outspeed. Alright, barely got off an Icy Wind. Let me just make sure. 134 times 2/3. Brings him down. Nah, he's still faster. Shoot. Brings him down to 89.7. Alright, that's not good. We were supposed to preserve Chansey. Unless full paralysis kicks in here, we're going to have to restart. Which is fine, though, because we kind of have our strat down now. Yeah. Alright. So same strat as before. We speed up things here. King Shield. Into Shoko. To eat a Dark Pulse. Into Thunder Wave. Into Icy Wind. Into Goku. Alright, Chiyu goes down. Hoopa comes in, and he went, what, Expanding Force before? So we are going to... Could also try Sue. Sue could do some damage with Iron Head. But what I'm going to do instead is Gajiel. Yeah, prompt Expanding Force. Could have also gone Thunderbolt here, I don't remember. But let's see what he does. If he goes Thunderbolt, that's great. I'm going to actually heal first if he does Dark Pulse. Alright, it's going to do a little bit, but we live. Yeah. Expanding Force is still the biggest threat. I'm going to heal first. Because I know we can live one Expanding Force. If we heal, we can live at least a couple more. Good. Nice work. Alright. The T-Wave. I think we live the Expanding Force. Oh, full paralysis is clutch. Okay, that's great. Only thing is though, Gajiel got a lot more hurt than I would have liked because that was our Crocodile counter. We were gonna go Gajiel into Crocodile and go Body Press, so I kind of gotta rethink that now. However, expecting the Expanding Force. Now this is kind of risky here, right? Because if he goes Dark Pulse, we're kind of cooked. Well, of course you got a crit. Or wouldn't you get the crit? Alright, yeah, this is risky with the Iron Head. He's still faster? Oh, the Tailwind. I forgot about the Tailwind. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Alright. What's going on? Toga Kiss My Frost Lass. Peace out, Seth, right? Alright, Maybe then... A good Bug-type Pokemon would make quick work of Hoopa. If I had like a low kicks, that would be perfect. Let me see. I do still have a couple encounters around me. What I'm thinking potentially is... Need a King Shield. I mean, I was trying to KO Hoopa. Problem is, I forgot that there's perpetual Tailwind, so the Thunder Wave didn't do anything to paralyze it. Or not to paralyze it, to slow it down. I don't think Aegislash would have gotten the job done, though. Hoopa does have very low defense, physical defense, and HP, but still, I think it would have been a 2-hit KO without a crit. That being said, though, let's see. I don't have my encounter here, but I do have the Raid Den encounter. So if we go Raid Den... Pincurchin. What are the encounters in this Raid Den again? Let me see. Is the Route 15 one? Then I also have the Route 2 Raid Den. Shallows, Coughing. Pinsir! Pinsir. Route 2 Raid Den as Pinsir. That could work. We would need full paralysis, or at the very least, for Hoopa to not use Expanding Force. But if we run Pinsir, right? Pinsir's base speed is 80. A paralyzed Hoopa with Tailwind in this battle is going to have a speed stat of 134. Hoopa's base speed is 80. Pinsir's base speed, however, is 85. Alright, that means that a paralyzed Hoopa, even in Tailwind, is going to be slower. In that case, and we could run Moxie on it. Right, we run Moxie on Hoopa, on Pinsir. Take out Hoopa. And that would be that, I mean. After we take out Hoopa, there's a good chance that he would just send in... He has a bunch of options to deal with Pinsir. But that's fine. We just need our Hoopa counter. We have our Crocodile counter. We have our Nidoking and Toxtricity kind of counters. Nidoking we do. Toxtricity does still carry Drain Punch, so we'll worry about that when we worry about that. Do I have Assault Vest? I don't. You can't get Assault Vest until Cinnabar Island. Yeah, one U-turn and it's gone. Yeah, I'm thinking Pinsir. Because I'm, this far in the game, I'm running kind of low on encounters. But I do still have a couple Raid Dens, which I decided at the beginning were going to be separate from route encounters. So we have Pinsir on the Route 2 Raid Den. And then I have this Raid Den on Route 15, which is... Where is Route 15? Sigilyph, Exploud, Dusclops, Alolan Persian, Pincurchin. Not super impressed there. You know what? I'm kind of feeling Pinsir. Yeah. Kind of feeling Pinsir. In hardcore? No, this is a hardcore Nuzlocke. Everyone's not dead, but I can only do one encounter per area. So most areas I've already encountered a Pokemon on. And then in my PC, I do still have these that are usable. I do want to send in T-Tar at some point this fight. I just gotta figure out where. Cheetar wouldn't be bad, but since Hoopa does carry Focus Blast, I just know that it would land it if I don't OHKO it with Cheetar. So I think that going Pinsir is probably the safer move here. So let's take the Poké Rider over to Route 2. I think the fastest way is by... I forgot what side of Viridian Forest it's on. I think it's on the Pewter City side. Don't I have Rock Smash? Can I use that now? Can I get this Mega Stone? Or Beetlelite. Well, if I needed a Mega or Beetle, I can do so now. Where was that raid then? There we are. Alright. Spritzy. A little bit of time manipulation here. Shellos. Let's try. What if we then do time changer? We have a reset here. Nope. I love when the game's clock does not cooperate with us. Oh. Well. That's Suicun. Okay. Well, now I'm certainly in a dilemma. Huh. Do I have a use case for Suicun? No. Is it Suicun? Yes. Huh. Yeah, Grimmsnarl Spirit Break could also be viable. Ah, wow, this is really not what I was expecting. Let's think about it. Let's think about it. Yeah, there is a chance of getting all three of the legendary dogs here. And the item drops include a life orb, too. Suicun also would provide a pretty solid counter to Crocodile. You know what? Maybe I will get the Suicun. Yeah, maybe I will get the Suicun. And then we'll try Spirit Break Grimmsnarl. Let me just, before I do that, let me check Grimmsnarl's speed stat to make sure that we outspeed. In case we do have to take at least one hit from Hoopa. Worst case scenario, I could always run like Jolly Grimmsnarl. Alright, so we wouldn't outspeed running Adamant. Good thing is that out of all Hoopa's moves, Expanding Force doesn't affect, Dark Pulse runs not very effective, Thunderbolt goes neutral. So it really would be banking on a Focus Blast. Which also runs neutral, but it would be stronger. Let's keep Adamant Nature on Grimmsnarl for now. Let's do that. Let's try Grimmsnarl for our Hoopa counter. Good thing about that too is that he cannot switch into Crocodile, because it's also going to result in it taking a... Alright, so we're going to switch out who? Skarmory. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to save state here. And then... Who's my team for Suicun? That's probably what I should have thought of first. Alright, looking at our PC. Let's grab Luck. Let's grab Can I Mega Evolve and Dynamax? I'm kind of curious about that. And then let's grab Giro. Could grab Toad, but we'll see. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Suicun. I don't know, it just seems like too good of an opportunity not to, you know? Alright, leading with Luck, and I'm going to use Luck to set Electric Terrain. And then just go this order. Yeah, wow. Suicun. Nice. Our first legendary of the run. Hopefully it'll be a game changer. Honestly, I mean, at this point, like, the gym leaders are no longer monotype. In fact, if you ask me, they haven't really been monotype since, like, Surge. Like, you know, Koga's supposed to be a poison type gym leader. He has 2 poison types on his team. By the time we get to Blaine, I mean, he's using Sandy Shocks, Great Tusk, Walking Wake, Venusaur, Ho-Oh, and Mega Charizard X. Right? You have 2 fire types on your team there. Don't even get me started on Claire. At least Claire uses mostly dragons. But, yeah. So I would say that, you know, Suicun's going to be a great counter for Blaine, but not really. Either way, though, Suicun is still a great Pokemon. Oh, and we get Mega Sceptile to help us out. Nice. So hope Suicun's not running Ice Beam. I guess it will be Max Hailstorm in this case. Yeah, because Suicun's not the fastest Pokemon, but it does show up with base 100 HP, base 100 physical, 115 physical defense, base 90 special attack, base 115 special defense. Mono water type, meaning that it resists steel, fire, water, and ice type moves, with only 2 weaknesses being the grass and electric. Pretty solid. Then we get access to moves like Scald. Great move there for checking physical attackers. Oh, I got Max Mindstorm up. Got rid of my Electric Terrain. Alright, well, I didn't intend on swapping Luck out anyways until we ran out of Dynamax. Max Hailstorm, that's fine. Wait, did Max Lightning not set the terrain? Wait a minute, that's not fair. Hidden ability being Intimidate, or being Inner Focus to prevent flinching and Intimidate. Not bad, but it's not like, okay, special attack Sharply Rose. That's great. Why? He just, oh my goodness. You just watched him dusty with a Max Hailstorm and your thought was to send out another Dragon-type Pokemon? Alright. Look at my partner's dog. What are we doing? Alright, at least we broke the shield. Significant damage there. Defense harshly fell. Special defense harshly fell. Alright, not a bad move. Psychic and Psychic Terrain. Wow! And we got the barrier. And you're going to get Mirror Coated to... And we don't even have the Electric Terrain anymore. Alright, that's great. That is everything I ever wanted and more. Let's look at Luck's stats for a second. Oh, alright, idea. Also should have run Modest Nature on Luck, but that's fine. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Upvolt Switch. A little bit of damage here. Latios, I need you to come in clutch. It's not clutch, but it's something. Max Mindstorm. Alright, good switch, good switch. Good thing I didn't go Giro. Snow continues to fall, that's fine. Alright. Gonna Mega Evolve and hit it with a Psy. Defense and Special Defense are the same. Just hit it with a Psychic. What's going on? 360 Guns and Roses. Flex up, yes sir. I got that song in my head. Flex up. Future, Playboy Cardi, and Lil Yachty. Alright, nice. Shield down. Oh, it's gonna get one more shield though, isn't it? Alright, Latios goes down. Alright, if we get one more Pokemon fainting, let's GG's. Terrain return to normal. As long as Suicun doesn't put up another barrier, though, we're chilling. Alright, this is GG's. We're good. Nice. Welcome to the team, Suicun. Absolutely catch. I don't care too much for the hidden ability. We'll just do the regular Pokeball here. In fact, pressure might even be better. In some instances. Assuming that the opponents don't have infinite PP. Alright, nickname for Suicun. I don't know. What's a good Suicun nickname? I think of water-based characters. Dirty's Kisame. I guess technically not a water user. But, matter of fact, what am I doing? What am I thinking? Yeah, technically not a water user, but a user of the water style. Shout out my guy Giyu. Is it 1 U or 2? I think it's 1. Yeah, it's 1 U. Alright, there we go. We got a guy Giyu Tomioka added to the team. Got a Nugget. Big Nugget. Akaberry. 2 Dream Patches. 3 PP ups. 5 Salad Berries. 1 Wishing Piece. And that's it. Alright, cool. Cool. Alright, take the Poké Rider. We're gonna head back to Fuchsia now. I like how I kind of just picked up Suicun too. Like, that wasn't really our plan at all. But yeah, alright. We have now used up our Raid Den encounter on Route 2. But that is okay. Am I bringing Suicun with me? I'm not going to bring Suicun with me yet. Who I am going to bring with me, however, is... Let me get my team right before I go and challenge Koga all unprepared like. Alright, so we are going to bring Gajiel. We are going to bring Sue. And who's in Jiro's spot? I don't think we had anybody in Jiro's spot. Maybe that's what will we'll switch out Suicun for Jiro. I think it was like Benny Maru before. Alright, let's do this. Let's check Suicun's stats too. Oh, Modest Nature. I like that. Mirror Coat, Mist, Ice Fang, Extra Sensory. Alright, so we're gonna have to do something about those moves. Honestly, I'm probably gonna keep Extra Sensory. If he sends in Toxtricity to deal with this, Psychic Terrain boosted Extra Sensory is gonna be nice to have. Alright, starting from the top here. Is that Will-O-Wisp? No, it wasn't. What was it? Iron Tail, okay. Air Slash, not the worst to have, but I don't have a use case right now, I don't think. Grimmsnarl gets Leech Life. Wait a minute. That might be slightly more worth it than Spirit Break. So let's see. Changing Grimmsnarl's set up here. We have no use for Sucker Punch. Or Fake Out for that matter. But we do have to remember to relearn those too. Draining Kiss, not bad to have either for health, but we don't need 2 healing moves. What if... Looking for Scald. I know I have Scald. Let's do Ice Beam. No. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. I'm really looking for Scald, though. Did I buy Scald? I hope I didn't buy Scald, did I? Okay. No Scald on our, Suicun. Don't I have Surf, though? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I still do want Scald because the burn chance is nice. But I'm also going to teach it Surf while I'm here. Let's do this. one more stop. It's gonna be at Celadon. I believe it was the game corner that had Scald here. Bag. Do we get flip turn for free switching? We don't. That's unfortunate. Might also do hydro pump, but I don't know. Maybe. And I'll probably run physical defense on this, to be honest. Am my Snorlax faint holding the leftovers? No. What's leftovers? Oh, wait. They're both on... Never mind. I don't have leftovers. Alright, Mystic Water it is. Unless... Oh, no, I do. Right. I forgot that I got a bunch from that care package. Give to Giyu. We'll also give to Gajio, because I don't know why he doesn't have one right now, but need that. Last thing I'm going to do is... I forgot the name of the item then. What was it that boosted fairy type moves? Thought it was fairy dust. Could also go pixie plate. Let's do type. Let's find the type, move type boosting items. This still seems like name order, does it not? Oh, it's type and name order. Okay, I get it. I get it. So starting at the beginning. Absorb bulb. Alright. You know what? I'm just gonna look up the name. What's going on? Nako. Greetings from Holland. What's up? Greetings from the United States. Fairy Feather, that's what it's called. Did I not just... Was I not just in the F section of my items? I didn't sell it. Okay, I could have sworn I had it. Guess not. You know what? I won't worry about it then. Let's just head to Fuchsia, and then we'll worry about it another time. If we need to find it, then we'll find it. But if we can't, then we'll be alright. Not the end of the world. Alright, head this way. So got Aegislash as our lead. Yep. Alright, Koga. Boom. Save state. I didn't give Suicun that specially defensive nature, or that physically defensive. I don't think I need to, though. Alright, there we go. King Shield. Oh, I forgot Infernape. That's who we needed. Okay, wait a minute. So do we have a use case for Suicun then? Maybe it's Sue we don't have the use case for then. I don't know. Alright, yeah. So we do need Infernape. It's part of our strategy. We're gonna King Shield. Now we go into Shoko. Eat that. Thunder Wave. Next we break Sash. Next we go Goku. And we close combat. Did he live? Alright, okay. Did I not break Sash? Maybe I didn't break Sash. Maybe I was moving too fast and I didn't click Icy Wind and I switched out. I must have. Quite literally, that's the only way that Chi-Yu could have lived that. So I didn't break Sash. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. I would much rather deal with it be a case of I didn't break Sash than a low roll means that Chi-Yu can live a close combat. Which ROM is this? This is Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 for the PS5. Now we up Thunder Wave. Maybe Icy Wind. Ah, I had flinched. That's why. I flinched and so I didn't break Sash. That's annoying. Are we for real? Alright. Guess I gotta use a soft boiled here then. Dude, really? Okay. Alright. Yeah, exactly. Like, really? 2 flinches in a row? Is that what you want me to believe? Cool, got it. Chi-Yu speed. Alright, now we have to break Sash. Exactly, yeah. Sash is broken. Speed is dropped. Meaning that guarantee outspeed, we just need him to not go Psychic here, which he won't. Perfect. Double flinch, man. What are we doing? Alright, close combat. Down goes Chi-Yu. Toxtricity comes out. That's different. We were expecting Hoopa. Alright. Toxtricity's moveset is gonna be Boom Burst, Overdrive, Drain Punch, Hidden Power Grass. I don't see any reason for it to use Boom Burst. I'm predicting either Overdrive, or sorry, not Boom Burst, Drain Punch. And Hidden Power Grass is a bad move. I'm predicting either Overdrive or Hyper Voice. Or not Hyper Voice, Boom Burst. Boom Burst or Overdrive. So we do have Chansey. Can't paralyze it, unfortunately. It doesn't have any poison type moves, which is good. What we could potentially maybe do, right? Because this is going to make it go Drain Punch. We live the Boom Burst. Yeah, live Boom Burst. Now he goes Drain Punch. We send out Excalibur, question mark? A bulky Psychic type would solve a lot of issues right now. Now, he doesn't have an answer to Excalibur, which is good. Overdrive is his only answer. Problem is, I don't have an answer either. If I could teach Excalibur Bulldoze, let me see. Let me see what moves we can get on Aegislash. If I get like a single... I'm thinking even like a single, you know, ground type move. Whether it be like Bulldoze or something else would be good here. Could go Hidden Power Ground as well. I don't know. First things first, though. I'm into King's Shield. I just clicked Shadow Claw, didn't I? I wanted that extra health. Because I don't think we live Overdrive. Maybe? Alright, so we do live Overdrive. Although we don't have a lot of health. Not bad damage. In fact, damage so not bad, it almost tells me that, you know, had we not, or had we gone with Bulldoze, it might have worked out. Alright, goes Overdrive. Only option, really, that I'm seeing, then. Go Shoko. Try to tank Overdrive here. Hope that he predicts an immediate switch back into, Aegislash and doesn't go Drain Punch. Not that I really have anything to deal with him. Alright, let's hope that he doesn't predict a switch into Aegislash. Alright, that's fine. What was I just saying before then? About... Oh, yeah, teaching Aegislash potentially a ground-type move. TM case. Does it get Bulldoze? Please get Bulldoze. Doesn't get Dig. Does get Hidden Power, but it's a special attack, so careful using that. Alright, let's see, going all the way down here. Not get Bulldoze. Or Scorching Sands. Oh man. No ground type moves, even as like Doublade. I could have taught it. Like a move remembering. Alright, that's fine. Not the end of the world, I guess. What it can learn though via Move Tutor. It can learn Reflect. And also learn Light Screen, right? We put up a Light Screen, then we just gotta send out somebody who can KO it. Who that may be, I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Maybe then... Maybe Ferrothorn? Who would I swap Ferrothorn in for, though, is the question. Honestly, even Dragapult is not a bad counter to Toxtricity. Because it can only use Overdrive, which, yes, would hit for Stab. But I think we can survive at least one of those with Dragapult, right? Let's try it. Try Dragapult, our other nameless Mon. I guess we'll switch out Suicun, because, again, we don't have a use case for Suicun just yet. But, yeah, let's try that. And then... Alright. Or do I want to save my King Shields? I might save my King Shields for in case I need to do a little bit more stalling. So let's just instantly go Shoko, up Thunder Wave, up Icy Wind. Alright, Nidoking. Interesting. Almost positive he goes Earth Power here. Ah, Nidoking carries Poison Jab? Why? Why? Why didn't you just give it Sludge Wave? Ah! That's annoying. Okay. It's like the most annoying sets you can think of, dude. Like, it went Thunderbolt. And now we're gonna be a Poison Jab victim, aren't we? Nidoking's defenses are relatively low. Let me see how much Poison Jab does. Probably gonna KO. Yeah. Maybe if we weren't at full health, or if we were at full health. Thunder Wave. Yeah, soft boiled here. Just get an extra bit of health. Oh, full paralysis. Nice. Alright, Nidoking comes in. I forgot what he went for before. This time it's probably going to be the Earth Power. So you're telling me that he anticipated that? Okay. Actually, it does kind of make sense that he anticipated that. Oh, okay. What about then if we... Also just realizing that Suicun is not the level that we need him to be. Ah, but Dragapult was going to be our Toxtricity counter, wasn't it? Need Infernape. Need all these guys. We'll see. Maybe we don't need Dragapult as our Toxtricity counter, but TBD. Kind of wish I got Raikou then maybe, right? To counter Toxtricity and still get extra sensory. But we'll see. No, because then it still is weak to Nidoking. Let me go and bring... Suicun up to level. Alright. This next turn, I believe, is actually full paralysis. So we go Goku. Go to close combat. Alright, Nidoking comes out. That did a lot of damage, man. Alright, now we are expecting Thunderbolt. But with no stab, we might live. Heavy on the might. Maybe if we Scald and get a burn off, then Poison Jab doesn't KO Chansey? I don't know. Let's go for Surf. Withdrew. Right into Hoopa. Okay, this is what we plan for. Not really, but... Alright, so we know Hoopa is carrying Thunderbolt, likely to use it. Expanding Force. I forgot that he is an Expanding Force merchant. I guess I should have just, in that case... gone Joker, right? Save Shoko the damage altogether. Nice. Alright. And with Hoopa at this level of health, Spirit Break should take it out. I do not believe that Focus Blast can KO me here. I know Dark Pulse can't, Thunderbolt can't. I don't think Focus Blast can. I think Focus Blast is at worst a 2-hit KO. So let's go Leech Life, actually. Withdrew. Of course he sends out something that makes me wish I had just gone with Spirit Break. Alright, hold on. I'm resetting not because we got stuck, but because I wish I had done something different. That being, go straight with Spirit Break. If I go straight with Spirit Break, then Toxtricity comes in weakened. It's actually a huge advantage for us in that case. Nidoking. this is when he switches into Hoopa, right? Goes Hoopa. Now he's gonna go Expanding Force. We go straight into Joker. I'm just gonna go Spirit Break. Withdrew. Back to Nidoking. Okay, interesting. But with the special defense drops. Now he's gonna go, alright, he's gonna go Poison Jab. Let's live that. Nice. Thunderbolt incoming. I should have gone Gagiel. Or not Gagiel. I should have gone Excalibur. Because Excalibur would have baited out. Alright, let's go Excalibur here. Just to bait out the Earth Power. Then we go Giyu. I don't want to take a Thunderbolt. Kind of wishing that we put a specially defensive nature on Giyu. Maybe that'll be the next step. And from here, now we go Surf. Ah! Oh, of course you got the crit. Of course you got the crit. Alright. Not gonna play with the natures just yet. Shoko. Thunder Wave. Icy Wind. Soft Boiled. Honestly, what I could do also... No, I don't need to. Goku. Close Combat. Nidoking. Alright. So we anticipated Earth Power here? Let's go Gagiel, right? Reason why. Poison Jab doesn't affect. Perfect. Now he's going to go Thunderbolt. Which we're going to pick up with Excalibur, I guess? Toxtricity. I'm going to King Shield. He's going to go Overdrive. Shadow Claw does a lot, but not enough. Let's go Shadow Claw. We live Overdrive. Okay, alright. So you're landing every critical hit. Cool. Alright. No, that's great. Everything's a crit now. That's not even what I meant to use, but I'll take that. Maybe I King Shield here. Make him think that I'm staying in with Excalibur. So now he's going to either Flamethrower or Dark Pulse. Not that it matters all that much. But we're going to go Shoko anyways. Now this is where we Thunder Wave. And this is where we Icy Wind. Dude, I'm battling the RNG. Alright, no, cool. Koga, you're so good. You're so good. Koga, you're actually so good. No, you're actually so good, Koga. Double flinch. That is what really makes a gym leader, if you ask me. Let's see. Did we get Icy Wind up? No, we didn't, because I had to heal. Right. Icy Wind. That was a close one. Alright, another Paralysis. Alright, Sash is broken. Speed dropped. As long as he doesn't go Psychic here, which I don't see any reason for him to. Alright, Dark Pulse is fine. Close Combat. Chiyu's down. Toxtricity comes out, and now is where it gets kind of tricky. Because we eat the Overdrive. It does carry Drain Punch also, and a physical attack of 120. This much health. Do we live the Overdrive? Let's see. kind of have an idea. Am I playing randomized? Nah, not randomized. I kind of have an idea, but I'm not super sure about it. Alright, he's gonna go overdrive. So Shoko lives that. And this isn't a great strat, right? It's not a great strat by any means. And it requires Koga to be like, kind of like really, really dumb. Alright. So he predicted that. What I wanted to try was, instead of going leftovers, go Shell Bell. Alright. Because we're still going to take damage from Tapu Lele, but I wonder how much Shell Bell will heal us as opposed to just leftovers heal over time. Because if we don't keep Aegislash on the field for too long and only send it out when we need it to do damage, I'm not opposed to just having this here, you know? Only thing is, though, right? Yeah, that didn't really do the damage that we wanted it to. In fact, I don't think we live anything. Kind of didn't work out in our favor. I think we should have just done... Yeah, because even in Oko, nah. That's not what we want. Okay, let's just go back here. Go to the bag. Instead of Shell Bell, get its leftovers back. Alright. Let's pull up our handy dandy damage calculator here. Because there's a couple things I want to see. Let's do like... Alright. This gives me some ideas. Let's head to the Pokemon Center quickly. I hate how there's no, like, travel back path. It's also getting kind of late, so I think I'm going to give this fight, like, 2 more attempts, and then I'm going to call it a night, and it'll be tomorrow's problem. Because it is Friday, and as much as I love Pokemon, had a long week, man. I would rather just, you know, spend the rest of it, rest of my evening just chilling out for a little bit. Alright, so if we do Sassy Nature, here's what I'm thinking. Still running leftovers, right? Yep. Okay, so what's Sassy Nature? I'm hoping that we not only take less damage from Tapu Lele, but also from Toxicity, right? What I'm hoping that allows us to do, I don't know if it will. I'm really not sure, and this is like kind of, you know, living on a prayer here. But if this allows us to live 2 overdrives, then phenomenal. Actually phenomenal. I don't think it will, honestly. Like, if I could be completely real with y'all, I doubt it. But we'll find out. Okay, so Tapu Lele opens up with Hidden Power Fire. Even with our nature being beneficial towards special defense instead of physical attack, Iron Head should still Oko here. Take a little bit less damage from that Hidden Power Fire. Not that much less. I think it's like 5 points of HP, but everything counts when you're really trying to be safe. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to take my extra healing turn here against Chi-Yu. Rather than immediately swapping out like we've been doing. And a King Shield. She goes Flamethrower, cool. Remember, we still have to break Sash. So we're gonna go Shoko now. Flamethrower. This is where we T-Wave. Alright. Icy Wind. I'm actually gonna... Perfect. Paralysis. We are almost at full health. As long as he doesn't go Psychic here. Chiyu's done. Dark Pulse, perfect. Alright, Chiyu's gone. Hoopa. So this is where we anticipating the expanding force, right? We send out Joker. Could also go Dark Pulse, but that's another bad move for him. Thunderbolt, T-Bolt. Dude, like... And it's such nonsense, right? Because you expect me to believe that he would have otherwise gone Thunderbolt against Infernape with Expanding Force and Psychic Terrain right there? Like, really? Okay. Ah, yeah, that's why you missed. Eat the Spirit Break. Yeah. Perfect. Good work, Joker. Nice dodge, baby. Okay, Nidoking comes in, and now we have to worry about Poison Jab. Oh, what if I take another free heal? Like, this is the, like you weren't going to use that. Oh my goodness. This is what I hate when the AI does this. I genuinely hate when the AI does that and it starts making post-decision reactions. Like, the AI was like, you weren't going to use Earth Power against my Grimmsnarl. You're like, absolutely not. That's crazy, man. I hate when it does that, bro. Because then I'm the bad guy if I start safe stating mid-fight, right? This is where he Thunderbolts for God knows what reason, but that's okay. Alright. Spirit Break. Kind of just got an idea too. Hold on. If he is going to Earth Power, right? Do we eat a Poison Jab? I don't know. Let's see about Thunderbolt. Nope. Alright. Alright, one more attempt and then I'm gonna call it a night. I still have a few ideas. Alright, Hoopa comes out. Alright, idea number one. Once we dodge that, we go Leech Life for 4 times damage. And a full heal. Although this probably procs Poison Jab, right? You know what? What has Koga ever done for me? I'm safe stating right there in the middle of the battle to see what he does. Alright, this likely procs Poison Jab. If I'm right about that, I can go Excalibur for a free heal here. Okay. So he's behaving normal again. I'm going to take my King Shield heal here as well. Do I need specially defensive Suicun in that case, I guess? Poison Jab comes in here. Earth Power. What's this Earth Power do? Hold on, what was that? Was that Thunderbolt? We want Shoko here, right? Earth Power, we eat that. Save state 1 again. Anticipating Poison Jab. Let's go back here. Red switch. Gagil. Alright. Like, he's literally just, like, reacting based on whatever I choose now. And there's no real answer for that. Right, we switch into Excadrill, he goes Earth Power. We don't switch into Excadrill, though. He goes Poison Jab. We switch into Gagil. He goes Poison Jab. Okay, interesting. Forcing Thunderbolt. I do want to save Gagil for... I wonder how much one Thunderbolt does. No stab, but Life Orb. Alright, knowing that we live 1. Alright, last strategy here is we're going to go to the Pokemon Center and change Suicun's nature. Because once like, if he's just going to react based on what I do, and go with that, you know, late rock, paper, scissors throw, where wherever I choose, the AI chooses the best, like, option real time after that, then there's not much we can do there, but hope that he stops. However, we're nature change here. Calm nature. Won't do a lot, but a little bit of health, right? Alright, Koga, man. It's my last time messing with you, dude. Alright. Is he going Poison Jab here, anticipating the swap into Chansey? Yes. That was a crit. Let me see if he does it again. Let me see if he does it again, and let me see if it crits again. Alright. RNG is locked there. So, knowing that, we just don't want him to go Poison Jab. Perfect. Now, bait him into Earth Power. At this point, he still has not seen Thunderbolt, or has not seen Suicun, so he doesn't know to go Thunderbolt yet. Send out Giyu. Alright, don't crit. Dude! Everything that Nidoking hits is a crit! Are we actually for real right now? Like, good lord, man. Alright, now comes Thunderbolt, unless he predicts my swap into Shoko, in which case he'll go Poison Jab. Nope, Thunderbolt. Good eats. Next we predict another swap into, or we predict another Poison Jab. So we go Excalibur here. Good. King Shield. What's going on, Jorge from Greenland? What's up, what's up? Cheers from the States. Alright. Excalibur's back at full health, but that is for later. Now, we have to focus on surviving. One Earth Power plus one Thunderbolt. Caps Lock is on. That's not what I wanted. Yeah. So as I thought, RNG is set before the battle. However, opponent's decisions are not. Okay. I don't know if we live Thunderbolt. But I guess, I mean, we're already here, right? Oh, there we go. Alright. Please, Suicun. You're not for real. Are we for real? Dude. Like, are we? Oh, my goodness. In what world? In what world? Like, Alright, we anticipate Thunderbolt again. One Earth Power. And alright, so you're living everything, right? You're getting low roll on Surf, you're critting everything. Dude, you're an RNG merchant. That's all you are. You're just an RNG merchant. All he's doing is relying on RNG and getting lucky. No skill, no nothing, bro. Like, I don't even have a switch in. I don't have a switch in. Like, I genuinely don't have a switch in. I don't have a switch in. Everything gets two-shot by this thing, except for Gajiel, who has Sturdy. And, of course, he predicted that. Alright. You know what? I am so unbelievably sick of Koga. I am teaching Suicun Hydro Pump. And then this is the last. I know I said last a bunch of times already, but this is the last attempt. Because, dude, that's legitimately insane. In no world, this, like, that's crazy. That's so crazy. Where is the Hydro Pump TM? There it is. Oh, wait a minute. Idea. Could go mirror code instead. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a couple things here. Couple things. Save state here. Also gonna load this one. This is when we sent in Gyu, right? You want Earth Power. Yeah. Alright. Eat a Mirror Coat, Nidoking. See how this does. This Thunderbolt brings us to the red as long as it doesn't crit, which RNG's already set, so it shouldn't. How much does this do? Beautiful. Alright, that got the job done. And then we'll treat this as our last attempt. Crocodile comes in. Knowing Crocodile's moveset, doesn't make sense for it to go close combat here, or Stone Edge, either Earthquake or Wicked Blow. We do have Healthy Joker. Let's see. I'm gonna hope for Wicked Blow. Nice. It will crit, so it's gonna hurt, but Joker should live. Good. Alright, now I think Surge probably would have to go Toxtricity to get out of this. Or, yeah, either go Toxtricity or just take the Spirit Break. How many mons does he have left, out of curiosity? 2 more. Alright, Crocodile and Toxtricity. We are almost there. We are so close to being there. I'm just going to go for the Spirit Break. I don't think Earthquake takes us out. If it does, my bad. Nice. Spirit Break. This should be GG's for Crocodile. But of course it's not. Because, like, why would it be? Why would it ever be, actually? But you know what? That's fine. That's okay, because we brought our Crocodile counter. Okay, this is still fine, right? In fact, kind of helps us. Works in our favor a little bit, and I'll show you why. Works in our favor because now we anticipate Overdrive. Shoko is going to absorb that. Yep. Knowing that Shoko has a massive special defense stat, he's not going to keep going for special attacks. This is where he goes in with, beautiful. This is where he goes in with Drain Punch. So, now we bring out our Excalibur to eat a Drain Punch. Perfect. Okay, so we gave it a boost to its special defense for reasons exactly like this. Let's see how much Overdrive does. Still more than I would have liked. But I'll take a crit. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good job, Excalibur. Thank you. Alright. We have our win con here. Win con is... we get him to use Earthquake. Wicked Blow doesn't go through if you don't have Unseen Fist, right? So this is still going to block Wicked Blow. Yeah. Alright. Couple things I need here. I need... Alright, guys. Can you tank a Wicked Blow? Can you tank... how many Wicked... because it's going to crit. Not going to KO. Although Black Glasses are not fun to deal with. Dude! Oh, okay, we knew that, we knew that, we knew that. We expected that, we knew that. Okay. I think we live Wicked Blow, like, just barely. Just barely. Let me see. Skarmory at level 68 with 101 out of 187. I believe we went bold on the nature. Let me see. Yeah, plus defense, minus special attack. I believe that's bold. No, bold is plus defense, minus attack. We have Impish. Impish nature against Koga's Crocodile. Stone Edge is a 7-hit KO. Great. Wicked Blow. Why are they lying? Why are they saying 5.1% chance to 4-hit KO? I'm at 54% health. Why would it not just 2-hit KO? What is he talking about? Oh, this is the wrong Crocodile. This is Morty's Crocodile. Okay. I was like, what? We need Koga's Crocodile. There we go. All right, Wicked Blow has a 12.5% chance to OHKO. And it will crit because it's Wicked Blow, so we don't have to take that into account. Stone Edge is a 1.2% chance to 2-hit KO. Close Combat is a guaranteed 2-hit KO. I say we have faith in Gajeel, and we body press. Please live, please live, please live, please live. Finally, bro. Alright, Koga's down. Koga is down. And no, I don't feel bad for mid-battle save states because that's literally exactly what the AI in this game does. So yeah, Koga's done. And if we show him a speedy Pokemon, we got the Mega Stone for Toxtricity. Personally, I never want to step foot in that gym ever again. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night from there, man. Ugh, what a battle. But thankfully, this was like a really important one because now we can finally surf to Cinnabar Island. And Cinnabar is where we can actually start like building competitive teams. I'm talking getting things like choice items, assault vests, all that. So Cinnabar Island, here we come next time. But for now, man, I'm going to get up out of here. As always, I want to thank you guys for showing up, showing out, and showing love. Hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your Friday. Fantastic start of your weekend.